Okay, so this is Symmetra on attack on Volskaya Industries. Alright, so I want to start off by saying that Symmetra is not exactly extremely useful for attack on
Sentry
this
turret
map.
placed.
You can put some turrets right there, it's good spots. But she has, there's a lot of different teleporter spot options that you can use.
Sentry deployed.
And most of them are hard to maintain, but there are a couple really good spots, and I'll show you them in just a moment. So that's a good setup right there. Put two back there. You can probably a better solution is basically just lining up turrets along this archway here, as enemies may be tempted to come inside here. They will have to deal with all these turrets like that. And there's a few other little places where you can put turrets, like back behind here at this door, like that. And in here you can put like one in this corner, and you can put another one in this corner like that. It's some decent spots right there. And it may be hard to go over there and put turrets up there, but alongside this wall it's a really good spot. You can maybe even put some back up in here. If it's too risky to go up in there, you can place turrets along this wall here. Okay, so moving up in here, in this room, this is a first potential spot for a teleporter. You can put a teleporter right here. It's a little risky, but you may be able to get away with teleporting some allies out of it, and you can help guard it with some sentry turrets in a room like this. There's this little ridge up here. You can also put some turrets up here, like that. Okay, so this is also a good spot to spam orbs. The only problem is you might give your teleporter spot away, but this is a really good spot to spam orbs, especially if your allies are distracting them on the objective. Then you should be okay. So moving in down here, another potential spot for teleporters is just right out here, like right here. You can't place it on this hill, but like right here you can place it, like right there. Not many people go back here, so you might be able to get away with this. And you generally don't even need to put sentry turrets anywhere. This should be okay. There's some more teleporter locations up here. You could put a teleporter like right back here. It's not really secure, but this is an option. And also just right over here, the same thing. Back behind here, another option for a teleporter. Going over in here, more options for teleporters. All these spots are relatively weak, as the enemy may be able to see these. Here's another spot right here. You can spam your orbs from right here down here to point B. It's a good spot to spam orbs. Drop it on down here. You can, as the enemy has to run back to the fight, you can set up a turret nest above this archway here, so that when enemies come running back to the fight, they'll have to take a lot of damage from that. Going in here, you can set up a turret nest in here. As your allies are trying to take over point A and you want something to do, this is a good thing to do, just setting up turrets up in this room in here. Alright, so once your team has taken over point A and you're moving over to point B, there's a few things to mention in this area. You can put some turrets like behind these crates.
Turret online.
Put some turrets back behind here. And some turrets back behind here. Some decent spots for turrets. You can also put maybe, here's a random spot right there, you can put one. And if you can, some of the better spots is just guarding this choke point here, just putting up turrets above these entryway here.
Defenses in place.
Like that. Some good spots for turrets right there. Maybe even throw another one up here. And probably the best spot for a teleporter for point B is right here. I've had a lot of good success with this spot right here. It's not many enemies will go in this room, so you may be able to get away with this right here. And you can also help guard this room with sentry turrets everywhere. Like that. Maybe another one over there. Another one up there. And you can also guard that same teleporter right there by just putting turrets up here also, which is probably a better strategy instead of putting them right here, as these turrets will actually might get more use out. Maybe even another one up here like that. Going in here, some more random spots for turrets back behind this ridge here, and you can put some back here. Going over here, put some turrets back behind this ridge here. And I
Turret
find
in
from
place.
experience that putting turrets, like especially up here and in there in that nook in there, this is a very deadly trap. A lot of enemies will be tempted to just run over here, and they will have to deal with all these turrets at once. And I've killed a lot of people on this map on attack from right here in this corner. Alright, so let's move on over here. You can place a turret back behind here.
Turret
Put one up
online.
here. In this room in here. You could set up a turret nest in here if you wanted to, but I never done that before. I've never really seen the point in it, but put like 2 there guarding that one door there. Going up here, you can set up your teleporter back here. This is another potential spot that could be very useful. Not many enemies come back here, but this is a mediocre spot for a teleporter. It's very
Fences in
close to
place.
the objective, and you can set up turrets along here to help guard it. You put one like right here. You can also spam your orbs here, but this may give your spot away, your teleporter spot away, so you may not want to do this. But this is a really good spot to spam orbs though. And you can also spam your orbs over here. And also, this is another potential spot for a teleporter. I think this spot is a tad less safer than the previous one I just showed you. And if you do set your teleporter in here, you could set up a turret nest in here also. These are just some good spots for turrets in here. It's that. You even put one back here in the corners,
Sentry deployed.
like that. And one more thing I want to show you. If you go up this elevator here, up here you can, this is a good spot to spam orbs, as long as you're able to be safe up here. You can spam orbs, and also if you go up to the edge here, you can also put your turrets
Online.
up here at this spot right here. And also if you go right to the edge and crouch, you can also place a turret back here behind this ridge.
Aligning defense system.
And I think you can place 2. I've done it before. I know you can place 2. It's kind of hard though. Maybe get over here a little bit. There we go. You gotta get right on the edge. There we go.
Turret in place.
Yeah, so alright, so that's Volskaya's Industry on attack. Overall, she's not horrible on attack on this map. I do think that there's better options though. I generally wouldn't pick her for attack, but those are the things that she can do. And there's some really good teleporter spots. Like the one I mentioned in here does actually save quite a bit of walking distance. And I have noticed that this is a very effective spot for a teleporter, and these are some very effective spots for turrets. So symmetra on attack might be viable, especially for point B. For point A, I don't think she's all that great, but for point B, she might be viable. Alright, thanks for watching.